what's up, world? Welcome back to motherboards.org. I'm Ulrich Ferris, your host, and today we have a special guest, our friend David Leung, who is the PR manager over at Kingston. Now, I know a lot of you people know that Kingston makes memory, but they've gone a lot farther than that. So now we're going to have Dave say hi to all the kiddies out there.
Yo, what's going on?
Woo! So, hey Dave, we know that you guys make memory. You guys have been doing that for years, but now HyperX actually stands for something much more than memory, true?
Yeah, it really has. You know, HyperX has been around for, actually, it's 10 years. 10-year anniversary this year. So we're, we're working on some cool stuff for later this year. And but what we've done in the past year or so is we've kind of lended that HyperX name to some of our flash products. So like a USB or an SSD. So basically anything that is fast or the fastest product from Kingston will now have the HyperX name. So, you know, like the product you have here, our Data Traveler HyperX 3.0, it's our fastest USB drive. It's also a USB 3, USB 3 drive. So we gave it the HyperX name, and the one you're holding is a 64 gigabytes. It goes all the way up to 256 gigs of memory. So that's
all on a little stick?
All on a little USB stick.
Now, are these sticks, this particular one I have in my hand, it's HyperX and it's also a 3.0 USB, so the transfer rate's really very fast in this as well, true?
Exactly. So you're looking at like 225 megabytes per second read, 135 write. So you think about it, it's like, remember back when the first SSDs came out? I mean, this is like an SSD like speed, but on a USB drive.
stick, exactly.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people don't know this. Like, when we do our videos, like we have to transfer a lot of stuff back and forth on USB drives, and the faster the USB drive, the quicker the process. You stick it in there, you can be waiting really an hour just for a 10 gigabyte file. You stick one of these in, a 10 gigabyte file takes,
it's going to go really fast.
Exactly. So
Yeah,
it's a big difference.
Yeah, it's great for like, moving movies around, like you said, or even music files.
Or giant files.
Giant files,
Yeah. Now, folks, we have a lot of their different memory out here on the table, starting all the way up from what I was joking about earlier, their Snoopy memory. Now, this is memory for a laptop, but we've got all the way going up, all the way up into what I call the Ron Jeremy level. So this right here is the Ron Jeremy of memory. It's 2800 megahertz. It's geared for the overclocker and the enthusiast, and it's pretty badass stuff. Got lots of kits on the table here. You guys really know a lot about this stuff, but the 2400 and the 2800, these are the whopper products for overclockers and enthusiasts. And now, they've basically taken this technology and moved it over into SSDs, which is really what we're going to focus on today, are these two SSDs we have in front of us. So, Dave, why don't you introduce these products, even though they've been out, and just tell the people a little bit about these new HyperX SSDs.
Sure. Again, so these would be the fastest solid-state drives in the Kingston lineup. So, we have drives for consumers, we have drives for businesses, and coming up soon, drives for server SSDs. But the one thing that we really needed was an SSD that we could cater to enthusiasts and gamers. So the one in front here, the HyperX 3K, that's what we're shooting for the gamer market there. You talk about getting into the game that much faster, load levels.
People really don't explain it. So a lot of people send me emails every day and they're like, why do you need an SSD for gaming? They don't understand when you've got all those high textures, you're moving all that stuff. The faster your drive, the faster your game's going to play without a hiccup. But a lot of people seem to miss that fact a lot and still think you can get the same performance on an HDD. It's just not happening.
Yeah, you're really talking about getting into the game quicker, right? Because an SSD is going to speed up your system. That's one of the best things you can do to an existing PC. Your boot up times are going to be that much quicker. Your programs are going to open that much quicker. Shut down. And
mean time between failure.
Mean time before failure. That's right.
Yeah, I want to say between failure.
Actually, it probably is between.
No, he corrects me all the time, the camera, and I make lots of mistakes, but we roll with him anyways.
I'm stuck on the Ron Jeremy thing.
That was an awesome one.
I shouldn't be.
But let's explain the difference between these two drives, because a lot of people in the last few days when I put the videos up, they said, what's really different between the 3K and the 5K? What's really the big significant difference? Because speed-wise and everything else, they're pretty much the same, right? But there is some differences, correct?
There is. They're both using the same controller. So, we know that one of the fastest controllers out there, if not the fastest, is that Sandforce second generation, that 2281 controller. So we know that that's the fastest one out there. What the difference between these two drives is actually very simple. You do not.
One is blue, one is black.
One is blue, one is black, the color, and the thing is, it's the NAND that's in there. So the NAND chip.
A NAND is in there? A NAND from the NAND is in there.
No, not a NAND from.
I thought you said a NAND from NAND was actually in the box. I was going to say, he's a little guy, but could he fit in there?
You said it, not me. It's really the NAND chips for storage. you're looking at 3K and 5K. So a 3K means a 3,000 PE cycles, or programmable erasable cycles. That's in the front one here in the HyperX 3K.
Okay.
And the black one the blue one, the original, is at 5K. So the difference in NAND is the total number of writes that you can make to
the said
itself.
SSD.
Yeah. Now,
so like smacking a hammer against the wall. You only have so many hammer smacks on this one, and then more hammer smacks on the other one. Just a simple way for folks to understand stuff, because a lot of people out there, even when you give them basic stuff, will get confused. So basically it is the access. The more times you're accessing writing files to one drive or the other, the 5K is going to be one that you're going to be able to just write to more.
Right. It's endurance, basically, right? It's going to last longer.
So it's like the Ron Jeremy of SSDs then.
Boy, we're really stuck on that one, aren't we? Maybe we need to come up with a HyperX Hedgehog. What do you think of that?
I like it.
Yeah.
Long and strong.
Oh, boy. No, really, it is about the total number of write cycles. So if you think about it in more, like, easier to understand terms, think about what do you do with a computer every single day. Are you one of the types that, are you going to play lots of games? That's one use case scenario, right? Are you going to do like you do? You do a lot of video creation.
I do a lot of stuff back and forth, saving files, moving files, transferring files back and forth to our Dropbox, taking them from one disk to another room. We do a lot of file transfers and using the drive a lot.
So in your use case scenario, because you're writing to it so much, you probably want something that's going to last a little bit longer. So like the 5K NAND. But a guy like me, what I'm doing is I'm doing emails, I'm surfing the net, I'm going to dabble with iTunes a little bit. But I don't really write, videos or lots of music to my drives every single day.
So
every
boot time and just basic endurance is for your thing, then.
That's exactly what it is. It's not that one is better than the other, or one is, that it's all about use case scenario, and also the price too. The 3K is at a significantly better price because the NAND, the individual components in it, mostly the NAND, is a little bit cheaper.
Are we going to see SSD prices continue just to keep declining at the steady rate we see? Because it honestly seems like SSD technology is trying to skirt right up the pants of the hard drive and take them out. Is that what's happening?
You know what? It's kind of funny. I mean, a lot of people smarter than we are who watch this industry, It's like...
Than us?
Yeah.
Smarter than us?
Yeah.
All right, I suppose there's a few.
Ron Jeremy.
That's true.
Yeah. So...
He's funnier than us.
He is funnier than us, yeah.
He makes better films.
Makes a lot more money than us, too.
Damn, he does make more money than us. But oh well, another subject.
Made a lot more women than us, too.
True, damn.
Yeah.
We're striking out here, huh, folks?
I
think we're in the wrong industry. We need to restart over and work with Ron.
That's right.
But honestly, though, I mean, I've seen SSD technology, though, start off at such an extremely high price, and I've noticed that the price just keep going down and down. Do you guys know, like, when will we actually see one of, like, your 480 gigabyte drives for like $400? How long do you think, just a off-the-hand prediction, we'll actually see prices like that? Because if you can sell your 128 gigabyte drive for $79, then we've got to be seeing these other drives drop just as well.
Well, a lot of that's also on demand too. So the faster prices drop, what we see is that there's a lot of demand for like a 120 gig. Maybe, and then the next step obviously would be the 240 gig. But we're seeing a lot of demand on the 120 gig. And that's predicated on price. Before 2012 started, a lot of people were saying that we would see $1 per gigabyte in the second half of this year. We're seeing less than $1 per gigabyte already.
Yes.
And that trend actually started probably a few months ago.
Right on.
And so prices will continue to drop. I wish I could tell you that I'm smart enough to know that, hey, the 480 gig is going to be at $400 on this.
The viewers demand a prediction.
I can't do that.
They know where you live.
But what I can say, the best way to do it is, you go to your e-tail sites. That's the best way to do it. There's always going to be a special on an SSD, right? Somebody's going to have it on sale, but then again, there could be a rebate. There's also free shipping thrown in, so you can save money. The major e-tailers that you go to, those are the ones that you really, if you keep track, if you look at those sites all the time, just scour the internet. And if you really need a 480 gig drive, eventually you'll find a good deal for it.
That's what I'm waiting for, because I like to store all my games on a really large SSD. So what I'm seeing now, where I'm actually able to get a hold of those 480 drives and affordable, that's really something to me. I know some users may consider to the 128, but for me, the higher the capacity of the drive, the more I feel safe that I'm not going to lose my information or actually overwrite something when I'm in the middle of a big project. So
yeah, well, a lot of people, and me included, will use an SSD as our boot drive, and then we'll store our stuff on a regular hard disk drive too. There's always that avenue.
Exactly, and there's also, with all the new caching programs using a hard drive, the SSDs actually become more of a mainstream product every day.
It really is. There's a lot of the computers that are especially laptops. You know, they're automatically spec'd with SSDs now because the price has dropped so much.
Right on. Well, folks, this video today was pretty much to bring you guys up to speed on HyperX technology. I know that you guys all know that they make memory, but now HyperX stands for the fastest products from the people over at Kingston. I'm Elric, my co-host David DeYoung today. We'll see you folks back here on motherboards.org.